Hello and welcome to the South Coast Football Holic, our final episode for 2021. And our first episode in, what was it? We were looking at it earlier, but it was the first time in 2 months. We're having our season review, as you can tell by the hat. It's a Christmas pod as well. We'll have a bit of fun with it as well. And I don't know how I'm going to be looking at my camera for the next 40 or so minutes and try not to keep a straight face because I look pretty silly, put it that way, but it covers up the big forehead. Bardo, welcome back. How are you?
Thanks, Jared. Yeah, I can't believe we haven't been here in a while. It's been at least 2 months. The first summer podcast, definitely. We can confirm that one. And yeah, as I said, the last one, it's been a big year in a lot of ways for football. All over the place, really.
Yeah, it's been big, but it hasn't. At the same time, we haven't played a game in, what was it, July. So July was 5 months ago. 5 months ago, but look, we kept the pod train going, and we're growing a fair bit, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But we spoke about the last pod we did, which was our Poddies Awards. Now, I want to thank everyone for the support that we got for that, because that was awesome to see. But Bardo, I'm sure you had a vague memory of it. If you can think of a favourite acceptance speech from that episode, what was it?
Oh, look, I can't go past Jordan Nikolowski's many.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know. The fact he just kept making it unique every time, that in itself was an impressive effort. So, what do you think, mate? What was your favourite?
Hey, I couldn't go past Jakey Melando's speech for the hottest IPL player. I mean, no one could argue with that. He was in a league of his own.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was comments saying he already won the award before it started anyway. And look, you can't disagree with that. But
no, he's a very good-looking man, and we got to recognise talent. And as another podcast that we both love says, when in doubt, go hot.
We went hot. But
we went hot.
Yeah. Before I get into it as well, you probably noticed the shirt I'm wearing and how it's kind of got our logo on it. Now, we've just partnered up with Every Season, My Season Football Training. Now, that's run by Daniel Lowe, who's playing for Coniston First Grade this year. Terrific bloke, driven as anything, and yeah, he's a good friend of the show. But we've now got our own branding. So this is Every Season, My Season's logo. This is the football logo. I'll be wearing this all next year. So yeah, give ESMS some love on Insta, and so. Thanks to Lowy for trusting putting my brand on there. I don't know what would possess you to put my brand on a shirt, but I'm thankful for it anyway.
Looks really sharp.
Yeah, I'm probably pretty happy with it. Goes well with the Santa hat. But I want to, before we get into the rundown today, so we're going to have favourite podcast moments from 2021. There's quite a few of them. There's probably more of them than there is the ones on the pitch, considering the season got short. Christmas theme. We're going to have top 3 Christmas movies. That will be our interesting one. Player association. We'll explain what that one is later on. And then, of course, we're going to get into our favourite IPL moments from this year. But I want to thank everyone for this year. The pod as a whole has grown so much. We've nearly cracked 10,000 downloads since beginning the podcast. And that's not even including YouTube downloads. So we're probably already past 10,000 downloads as a whole. But in terms of audio, we're close to 10,000, which is superb. But we might crack at this episode. I'm sure you'll know before Christmas time next week if we have or not. But Bardo, the hard hitting questions: if you were a Christmas character, who would you be and why?
I've had a bit of leave, so I've had some time to think about this one. I've gone with Jack Frost because I like to stand around a lot and I melt under pressure.
Oh, look, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. I had, honestly, I've changed mine last minute, but I know, so I changed it literally a minute before we clicked record.
Scratchy.
Originally I had Santa Claus because I'm always the one with the bag of gifts every year, giving it out. But instead I changed my character to Clark Griswold.
Why?
I'm the one who covers our house in lights every single year. I'm the one who's running everything when it comes to this. I'm the one with the Santa hat on.
Right, so you're the millionaire down there.
I'm Clark Griswold from National.
This football, Safco's football holic money. He's rolling it in.
Oh, mate, I wish. Any Christmas sponsors want to sponsor us, hit us up, please. But yes, I'm Clark Wiswold.
I like that one. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I was quite pleased with that, and that's why I changed it last minute. Pod moments of 2021. Now, Bardo, you have been a part of this show all year.
Pretty much, yeah. I've at least done every couple of weeks, I'd say. Yeah.
You're basically a football league now. You know, if it's in the Twitter bio.
I do as much work for him as I can without actually getting paid. Whatever that threshold is, I don't quite hit it.
So do I.
Yeah. It's just under that one. So, yeah, no, it's been a pleasure, but I really enjoyed it all year. It's been great, to be honest, mate.
What is your favourite pod moment from the year? I'm thinking of one between us now that's not down here. Us tipping the same result and scores every single week, basically every single game.
That was great. It was, it was not planned. It looked like it was planned. It looked like we'd sat down and worked it out, but we'll hear it for the first time as well. So it was hard to nail down one particular moment, but I've actually going with before the outbreak hit, actually meeting up in person, Jared.
Oh, wow.
Actually meet up and do podcasts together rather than over Zoom. That was good fun.
Yeah, and I want to thank the fraternity club for giving us a room before lockdown this year as well. That was a big help, but we're on the lookout for someone who can give us a room now. Please hit me up. I'm still in my bedroom, in case you didn't notice. But yeah, if someone wants to help us out, maybe sponsor us, get us a room, hit us up. But pod moments of 2021. Now, the first one I'm going to say is this happened straight away after New Year's. Getting the fresh equipment at the start of the year. We got 2 new mics. We got mic stands, which are over there. We had, forget what it's called, like an adapter thing where you can connect the mics and connect it to the laptop so you can have 2 running at once. That was a big one. Now, this one almost got covered up in all the other memes of the year. The Mardo sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Tomato sauce.
That was pretty early on / mid-year, I'd say.
That was in the first week in January.
There you go, yeah.
That's how long it was.
Big trend early on. Set the trend for the whole year in the first couple of weeks.
If you start the year with a sauce, it works pretty good, I'd say. And look, we grew as a result of it, so I was quite happy with that. But
good answer.
Yeah, on a serious note, our first pod of the year was with Fletch McFarlane, who signed for the Wolves for 2021. He's now down in Melbourne playing for Port Melbourne Sharks. So,
there you go.
Yeah, if Fletch is listening to this, big shout out to the Mr. McFarlane, your first podcast of the year, the first one-on-one sit-down guest as well. I really enjoyed those shows. I was
going to say, too, shout out to all the guests this year. There were some wonderful guests, whether they were funny, really, no one was too serious, but there was just a good mix of people throughout the whole year, really.
Speaking of guests as well, hopefully next year, and I'll give it a little bit away, why not? This is a bit of a teaser. We're hoping to have at least in the IPL shows 2 to 3 players every episode next year. And they'll be chatting at the end. So that will be, looking forward to that. Hopefully we can make that work out. Hopefully grow the written stuff on the website as well. I've got big plans, put it that way. I just need time to get them in. But
everyone's biggest problem.
Yeah, you're telling me. Another one as well, I got to speak to 2 Wellington Phoenix players through the fraternity club setting us up. Kane at the fraternity club, thanks for that. I spoke to Matt Redenton and Clayton Lewis. Clayton Lewis, since then, has gone on to represent New Zealand at the Tokyo Olympics. Got to play with guys like Chris Wood and all that. So, well done to him. And he's regular starter at the Phoenix at the moment too.
Speaking of Phoenix, don't miss the opportunity to go down to see the men's and women's teams. They're still around at the moment. We don't know how long they'll be in town for. But I think it's till at least early January. So get down there, support the Phoenix, and get to watch some live football, which has been a rarity of late.
Oh, it has been. And if we can't get crowds down there now, we're going to get an A-League side, you know. But yeah, thanks to those 2 boys who took an hour out of their time to come and chat with this degenerate. But yes, another one as well was we celebrated our first birthday on March the 6th. That was the first anniversary of our first podcast release, which ironically was made redundant the day after in March 7th in 2021 because that's when COVID hit and football got shut down for 4 months. So
Yeah. It was a funny old season in a lot of ways. So yes, that was the start of the end. Would you say almost?
yeah, look, I started this pod at the worst possible time, and I've gone through 2 lockdowns. I haven't gone through a full season yet. That's how incredible the growth has been and the support has been for everyone. We haven't even gone through a full season yet. The max we've gone is like 13, 14 weeks.
Wait till we get a full year behind us. Like,
Mate,
big things coming.
big things coming. We'll be covering the A-League in a couple of years' time. Yeah, watch the A-League grow. Next one was the worst decision in the history of this podcast. What do you reckon this would have been, Bardo?
I mean, you could pick many of things. Dylan Arvella on here regularly. I don't know. No.
Think a bit lower. Think a bit lower.
Lower.
Lower than Dylan.
I don't even know where we're working with here.
We just Dylan. You gotta start a new role at the Daily Telegraph as well. So well done to Dylan.
Well done, Dylan.
Good stuff. Worst decision in his history of this podcast was giving Slush and Vaughan a platform.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah.
That if you want to talk train wreck radio, that's it.
I still have no idea what happened in those episodes. Like, what is actually going on?
That was the point.
I guess.
That's the point, yeah. But like, I couldn't have imagined it being that. Yeah. The Zoom one was tough. Slush turned up with no preparation at all.
Does he ever?
God knows, eh? God knows. Morgo, he's got a pod mention this year, saying goodbye to the flip.
Yeah,
I'm playing Enya in that episode. I remember because you weren't on. I was speaking to myself.
That was a highlight / low light, depending which way you look at it.
Yeah, look, Morgo's ankles will thank you in the long run. But look,
the irony is he started scoring more goals after he gave up the flip. He started getting doubles and.
Don't say that, please.
We want to see more of it, Morgo. If you're listening, we'd love to see more of it next year. Bring it back.
One more, just like all I want is one. Someone get it on camera one more time.
Down at Terrier Reserve. Has to be a Terrier Reserve in front of the home crowd.
Some soft grass. It doesn't have to be on Ian McLennan, because I'm pretty sure that was the last time he did it.
Oh, yeah, well, that's probably what did it.
The hard service at Ian McLennan. The shock absorbers aren't working that well there.
Oh, that's right. Exactly right.
Okay, but this is probably the most viral moment of the year. What do you reckon it was?
The Krispy Kreme meme?
Bingo.
Aha.
Bingo.
Not totally off the ball today. Beautiful.
No, we're on song. The Krispy Kreme. Look, that went viral.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it, Jared, certainly in local football history, but I don't know if anyone's ever seen anything like the Krispy Kreme trend.
It's gotten to the point where it got that big now. It's out of trend to post it anymore because everyone knows about it.
Well, I'm interested to see what Jordan comes up with next year. Will he start a whole new trend in 2022?
Whole new trend. I know for a fact I've been sent in a few people with boxes of Krispy Kremes.
Yep.
So it is in the community. I'm pretty sure he copped a lot of flack from an away crowd that week when it came out. I can't remember who it was against, but I'm pretty sure he copped it. Now, not long after that as well, Cross the Redeemer. The Cross the Redeemer meme when Nico was trying to put the keeper off, had his arms out wide, looked scarily like the Cross the Redeemer statue in Brazil.
Yep.
So that was very tough. Oh, God, this bloke can't get away from us. Blue Steel. The Blue Steel pose.
We need someone else to step up and support or overtake Nikolovsky next year even.
And that's when we go to the bad haircuts. The worst haircut of them all. Got an award for it. Was immortalised in gold. Obviously, Mitch Cooper's bleach cut.
Yeah, talk about things we've never seen before. I don't know if we ever want to see it again or not. But, Jared, what do you think?
Look, I'll happily go through it again just to give him a bit of stick. Because, look, if you can't give anyone a bit of stick, then what's the point, you know?
Yeah, well, that's true. He's cleaned his act up last us.
He has, yeah. The last time I saw him was on camera at his acceptance speech, and he had a big bottle of Moscato or something next to him. So I was like, I was concerned for him. Do we send him into drinking?
Well,
more so,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, now your favourite, Mr. Ron Sharkey. The Ron Sharkey chant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was... I couldn't do that. So I had to get in the most viral man in the Illawarra Premier League to do it. It turned out pretty good. I was happy with that. But, I forgot the Ron Sharkey acceptance speech for Clown of the Year as well.
Oh, that was...
The auto-tuned one.
That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, he masked that pretty good. Yeah, but...
Have we worked out the mystery of Ron Sharkey yet? Or is...
No, I haven't. I've got no idea. Absolutely nada idea. I don't know if anyone knows. Even if I did find out, I wouldn't publicise it. That's just a cardinal sin to publicise the identity of Ronnie. Big Ron. Hope you're well, Ron. Miss you, Ron.
The lookalikes comp. Without a doubt, the best one there was Blake McGinn's lookalike with I think it was that Hungarian player from the Euros.
Yep.
I think we posted it last week. Oh, my God. The look was uncanny.
Yep.
Couldn't believe it.
Had a busy year, obviously.
Busy. Yes. Yeah, he was from one side of the planet to the other in the space of 12 hours, I think. So
pretty impressive, especially with all these lockdowns and things. That's a great effort.
It's fantastic. Keep that the whole time. The pro club's come back. Now, originally I planned to bring it back in October this year. But then, obviously, our season got cut short and... yeah, we brought it back pretty early. So that was good fun. We had... how many did we have in the end? We had about 22 teams.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, and quite a few of the guys from last year didn't come back. The winners were Wollongong.
Yeah, who ended up winning? I'm trying to remember.
Wollongong United won.
Yep.
I remember. I think they stole the semi-final against Conno in like extra time or something like that. Right at the death.
Pretty competitive bunch down there, the Wollongong United boys. So I'm not surprised.
They are, but that's why they're always up there near the top. We're getting close to the end of the pod ones. This one I'm looking at right here, the camera, I managed to get that in lockdown. Haven't used it for an IPL episode yet. So we're just getting it ready, testing the video ones here, but you expect to see all the video ones. Hopefully I can get it up on Spotify so it saves me putting it on YouTube every single time and then having the downloads on two separate ones. So if you want to watch it on Spotify, if you want to listen to it, it's your choice. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty big next year. Hopefully we do some feature short chats with players as well. Hopefully in person, which work out well. I think we did one with Daniel Lowe a few weeks ago, and that was pretty successful. So I was happy with that one. But
much more relaxed in person, isn't it? From both sides of things, everyone's more chilled out when you meet in person. So
it flows a bit better. Like as right now, it's flowing okay, but nothing compares to in person. Like you could speak simultaneously in person.
And we try our best, guys. We practice this for hours in the lead up to the podcast every week or every couple of weeks.
Well, look, I just speak to blank walls.
Like probably get better
randomly.
responses, to be fair, than me. So
yeah. So you're just practicing talking to a brick wall.
That's
it. Fantastic. That's why we're getting good at this now. Look. We said we were going to be a bit rusty today after 2 months off. I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, Mum Rebel's really happy with how we're traveling. So
I'll take that. Another one as well. Speaking of equipment, you won't notice it, but behind this camera right now, we've got a brand new light. So shining on me, so it's a bit more definitive. It's not as dark. So that works out pretty well. Happy with that. Hopefully they'll be used as well. Who knows where this thing could go? There's so many opportunities for growing this, but yeah, we just need. Yeah, if I can, I got to work as well, But now this is one that I couldn't publish because it was quite R-rated.
Ooh.
But we received after the potties when I'm pretty sure it was from. I got a message from Lucas Sturgio.
Okay? Oh, yes.
And it was this famous TikToker, British guy, goes by the name of Aaron Hunt. Now, I won't say why he got famous, but it has something to do with English Premier League and, comparing players in some way, shape or form, and may or may not be on the pitch, maybe off the pitch as well.
Okay.
But, yeah, he sent quite a funny message that has done the rounds privately. couldn't publish it, a bit X-rated. But I'm pretty sure it was a couple of nights after the potties, woke up, saw that message, one of the highlights. But I can't, unfortunately, because I want to keep this going and I don't want a bad image, I can't publish it.
For a family-friendly show.
Family-friendly show. If you want to have a rough idea of what this video was about, go to Aaron Hunt on TikTok and you'll see. But final one, and we mentioned it earlier, getting our logo on a shirt. I don't know who would trust getting my logo on a shirt, but I'm glad I did. I've seen it around the place. I saw it at Wynn Stadium when the Wolves played FFA Cup a couple of weeks ago. It was spotted, so it's getting out.
Phenomenal. It's catching on. It's on trend.
Catching on.
Yeah, one can only hope in time for the Premier League season next year that it is on trend. But a bit of fun now. Top 3 Chris, and I'll let you go first.
All right. I tried to avoid all the cliches because there's plenty of cliches out there. My first nomination is family friendly. I've gone with After Christmas.
You know what? That's not a bad movie.
A modern kind of take on the Christmas theme. You know, I kind of like that. A lot of fun.
I'm pretty sure I watched that in cinemas when I was younger.
Yep.
Pretty sure I did. No, that's a good movie. That's a good choice.
Second nomination is definitely not family friendly. Bad Santa.
Oh, yeah. I was only watching that the other night.
Just wow.
Just wow.
Yeah, it's an old classic now, but just wow. And I guess the third nomination falls probably close to family friendly. I'll go with The Grinch.
Look, The Grinch is good, but the way he looks scares the living... It scares me. It scared me when I was younger. I never watched it because I was younger, because I look at the movie cover and it scared me.
That's why I don't watch it. Between the other two.
Exactly right.
It's scary. So there's my 3 nominations.
All right, my top 3. The first one I've gone is with the Santa Claus movie.
Oh, okay.
The first one with Tim Allen. Oh, that is classic. I see some of these ones today, and like the Netflix ones. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan.
Not even kidding. I had that as an honourable mention.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of
Tim Allen in his prime, really.
It was good. It was quality, and poor bloke who was going put on a bit of beef in the space of 3 days. So yeah, tough times. The second one I've gone with is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I kind of hinted it earlier when I compared myself to Clark Griswold. Classic again, another classic. I'm all for the classics here. They're the best ones, the classics. And the final one. Now, this one reminds me of sitting in a plane flying into LAX, because I was watching this movie flying into LAX, Home Alone.
Oh, yes. I thought about Home Alone. I mean, come on. Talk about classics.
You can't go past it, I don't think. So those 3, they're all from the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Classics.
I think most of our nominations were. I think I only had After Christmas, and that's probably about 10 years old, maybe 12. I don't know how old it is now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the movies I just stated are actually older than me. So there you go. Right, player association time.
Well, this is a hard one.
We're going to name Christmas characters and who the first IPL player you think that would suit this character. So let's say if I said Rudolph. If you were making a Christmas movie, who would play Rudolph, for example? Something like that, comparison. But the first one we're going to go, and you can go first, Bardo, Santa Claus. Who would you go with Santa Claus?
Well, there's a bit of conjecture whether this person is actually a player or not. He's we mentioned him earlier in the show, but I've gone with Ron Sharkey. I think he's generous. He likes to deliver. He likes to deliver last, I think, anyway, even if it's for himself. So I'm giving him with an honourable mention. Someone who could interchange into his spot, I think Brendan Patman as the potential backup.
Jeez, where'd you find the link there?
I don't know. It's just like he's like Pato's #1 fan, so there might be something in that.
There's a bit of a link there. Santa Claus for me, so I went with someone who likes distributing. Santa distributes gifts, right? This one distributes the ball like Santa distributes gifts. I went with Lucas Sturgeon.
Oh, yeah.
Loves a switch ball. Loves a distribution. So, yeah, went for that link there. A bit of
2 extremely different nominations there.
Extremely different. One's a fictional character and one's a midfielder. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who'd you go with for this one?
I've gone Cameron Morgan.
Morgo. Why Morgo?
He leads from the front, literally. He's in the front third, but he leads the way every week for Albion Park. So Morgo's my nomination.
Yeah, that's fair. He was leading the golden bit by a fair bit too, so I'll give that one. For Rudolph, I went with a guy who I'm watching at training, loves leading the way, and if he doesn't, he hates it. I went with Daniel Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
The bloke will be sprinting after 45 minutes of running. Like, he will sprint. He would rather collapse. Yeah, energy personified. He'd rather collapse than finish second.
So,
Good nomination.
That's a good one. Now, an elf.
I hate giving him another nomination because we've talked about him a lot already, but I've gone with Jordan Nikolovsky.
Oh, my God. So have I.
He's a pain in the ass. He's always there. But look, he makes everyone laugh, so I'll give him that. I don't know. It's just something about him just reminds me of an elf.
I went with him because I think his head shape's perfect for an elf.
So,
Strong on that one.
Yeah. I think just put a big ears on him, and that's an elf. That's an elf right there. Can you imagine him in a little elf suit? So if someone has got an elf suit, lend it to our mate Nico, please. I want before it's December 25th at the very least. Okay, snowman. You got a snowman?
We actually talked about this before the show. We were saying, how do you define a snowman? And we were thinking of things, and Jared came up with the idea: who's got ice in their veins? Who delivers in the key moments? Which I think was a fair one. So I've gone with Mitsu Yamada.
Fair.
You know,
ice in the veins.
I think if there had been a George Naylor this year, he certainly would have been in contention, if not the favourite for it.
Yeah, I think he was the favourite going into it. Ice in the veins. I went with Adam Voliter.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, he was. He came in straight away. Bing bong. How many goals? It's a fair few. Christmas tree. Now I'm going to go first with this one. This bloke is honestly like a walking Christmas tree. Just looks like a walking Christmas tree. Vaughan Patterson.
Yeah.
Although we did say IPL players, so we'll go 2021 IPL players, I guess. Even though I already put a 2022 IPL player. There you go. But yeah, Vaughan Patterson, he looks like a tree, doesn't he? I'd say so.
He's certainly got the height.
Yeah. He's got the head too.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, look, I can't speak about heads. Anyway, who was your choice?
I've gone for another height-based selection. From out the South Coast United, I've gone for Greg Valic.
Yeah.
He's a big fella, a tall fella. I don't know if he's got a face like a Christmas tree, but he's certainly, when I think of Paul, I think of Greg Valic.
Fair call. Last one, Nutcracker.
This was a hard one, so I'm going to let you lead the way again this one, Jared.
Well, the Nutcracker, I researched what a Nutcracker means. Now, it's based from German culture, I'm pretty sure. Known as protector. So I thought protector, defender. I went with Chris Price.
So did I.
I knew it. We said it before the start.
Yep.
I bet we've got the same Nutcracker.
Yep.
We do. There we go.
That's right.
Fair call. You can't argue with that, can you?
Well, he's uncompromising. He's tough. You know, he certainly hates giving up a goal. So I think he's a fair nomination.
Very fair. Okay, now we're going to go to the final section of the show. It's going to be IPL moments of 2021. Unfortunately, they were limited a bit. We were robbed of some big moments. I'm thinking of, it would have been round 22 at Masso Park, United and Olympic. It was shaping to be 1v2 on the final day of the year. We got robbed of it, but your moment of 2021.
I mean, you just mentioned the sequel. I would have gone with the original in terms of favourite moment. The 5-4 result of PCYC was just an incredible game. It was just before lockdown, I believe, and the weeks leading up to the big lockdown, and the place was rocking. There was a big crowd down there, and the game pulsated one end to the other. You didn't know what was going to happen. Just a very entertaining game.
Oh, it was fantastic. Like 9 goals from the two teams who I think at the time conceded some of the least amount of goals maybe Conno chugging in there as well. Conno's defence was rock solid at that point. But they were definitely up there in terms of the least amount of goals let in. And I'm pretty sure we said something, I don't know, don't take my word for it, but one of the teams conceded half their season tally of goals in that one game. And that's how ballistic it was. Was it 2 hat-tricks? I know Musamechi got one. Didn't Yamada get one, or did Yamada get a double? One of the two.
He might have got a hat-trick as well, actually.
He might. I know he scored a gun-free kick.
Yeah. I mean, Van Alai was on fire in passages that day. It was just such an entertaining game.
Yeah. Those are the moments that the IPL lives for. And it's good to see we can get crowd numbers like that, especially at a compact ground like PCYC. There is interest in it. There is interest in this league, which is good. Which is good for us too, because it means people will listen.
Absolutely. And the other nomination I'd have was more of an individual moment of brilliance, and that was Stoddard's rocket.
James Stojanovski's rocket against Albion Park, that got goal of the year, and I can't argue with that.
Have you seen the video? Track it down. It's out there on the internet. It's a beauty.
It's on Wollongong United's Facebook page. You're going to have to go back a bit, but look up their videos, trying to find Stoddard's rocket. Elite goal. Another elite goal as well was Tony Musamechi's long-range lob against Crinny, because South Coast won 2-1 that night, so that ended up being the difference, that goal.
Absolutely.
So, fantastic moment of brilliance from Mr. Musamechi.
Had a good year too.
He did, yeah, good friend of mine. Bellambi's win at Bulli. No one saw that one coming. They
were having an interesting year in general, Bellambi. It was hard to kind of get a gauge on where they were at. In that stage, I believe Bulli were going pretty well. Bulli had a bit of an up and down year themselves, but that at the time, that was a massive upset.
Well, no one picked it. Both of them were fluctuating in form throughout the year, results-wise. Speaking of a big result, Conno's 8-0 win over Cringilla. That Conno were expected to win that day, but that result just no one expected that one.
Oh, I was at that game and it was just bizarre. Like, it honestly, I thought it was going to reach double figures.
Yeah.
There was a bit of infighting with players and all kinds of stuff that day. It was another big crowd, but that was well supported, that game.
I'm pretty sure that was their heritage round, because I know they had a Legends game beforehand for about 20 minutes. The Crinny and Conno Legends. So, that'll bring you a big crowd. Conno, like we said in the potties, having Jake Melando on the sideline, because he was injured at that point, I'm pretty sure. Having him on that sideline, that just rakes in the crowd.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, the irony is Conno probably played better in different games that they might have only won 1-0 or 2-1 or that kind of thing. They were just a class above Crinny.
Yeah. There you go. Another one, which came very early in the year, Woonona and Port Kembla 4-4 at Ocean Park. Were you there that day, or was that Dylan was there that day?
I couldn't make it that day, but it was, I remember keeping an eye on the result as close as I could, and I was thinking, what's going on here? What?
Because Woonona got out to a big lead early, and
Port Kembla came firing back.
Was it a Bryce Donnell drop kick through to, I think it might have been Jordan Nikolowski, and that could have sort of kick-started things. So
it was like 3 goals in 10, 15 minutes, something like that.
It was a quick comeback, and they could have stolen it at the end. So, like a game of two halves. Another game that Port was involved with was a game of two halves, the 2-2 against Bulli. Now, Port got out to it was a tale of two halves. So Port dominated one half, Bulli dominated the other, and it was one of the games of the year that day. So, that was a big game, that one at Wetherill Park.
And there was a lot to like about Port Kembla this year, so interesting to see how they back it up next season.
Yeah, well, from what I've heard, they've kept majority bar one or two of their players, so that's positive for them, of course. But I think that it'll be interesting to see in terms of how they look next year. I think Alessio Chiodi may not be playing this year due to a few issues. I hope he's all right. A couple of underlying health issues from what I've heard. So hopefully he's doing all good. But Port will look very similar next year, I'm pretty sure, bar a couple of changes. So,
Which,
Interesting.
if you've been keeping up this off season, is actually the rarity. There's been changes everywhere in the IPL and surrounding leagues.
I'm just thinking coaching changes. Belambi's got Steve Dimitrievski, Manny Mavridis at Olympic, Spilly Sovalos at United. What other changes? Scott Chipperfield at Tarrawanna.
Yeah, Tarawona, Scott Chipperfield.
I think that's all the coaching changes so far. Oh, no. The Iceman at Cringilla.
Oh, yes.
Iceman.
Yep. Literally.
What a
yeah,
nickname.
What a nickname.
The
That's
Iceman.
awesome. I love that nickname.
I won't bother calling him by his first name, just call him the Iceman.
And there's a
Mate.
new coach at Belambi. Did we mention?
Steve Dimitrievski, yes. Yeah. So that was announced a few weeks ago now, I think. So, Jeff Allbort stepped down due to work reasons. I'm pretty sure that was the reason. But, yeah, it's interesting to see how Belambi goes. There's a couple of teams, and I was speaking to someone to this the other week. The form guide, our season preview, when we do it next year, is going to be the toughest season preview we've ever done. You know why? Because there's no Frat Cup.
Yeah, there's no guideline.
We got no basis of, outside of looking at the squads on paper, we've got no basis to make an informed decision. So whoever scrapped the Frat Cup.
The World Cup.
The World Cup.
Whoever scrapped the Frat Cup, think of us next time, please. Please.
Well, here's a question without notice. Who won the Frat Cup this year?
Bulli.
See, I would not have remembered that by this stage.
Yeah, that was the only trophy to be won this year.
That's incredible, really.
Which was
Incredible to think at the start of the year. We thought we were over it, but
especially for a team, the one team that won a trophy was probably the one that we thought underachieved, really, considering their
form-wise in the end, it didn't work out too well. Okay, other moments. Albion Park 4-3 over Tarrawanna, Terry Reserve, because Tara equalised at the 90th minute. Lamberton got a 93rd minute winner. Olympic 1-1 with Albion Park. Olympic going undefeated. And the Bulli and United game, which finished 1-1. It was Good Friday, I'm pretty sure. Ben McGuinness put off a late save.
Yeah, I believe so.
And
just on what you just touched on there, we've got to give a shout out to Wollongong Olympic. They were superb this year. To go through the whole, half a season, but to go through undefeated deserves mention. I know we were all pretty excited about what Coniston did this year, but just want to give credit to Olympic while we're here too.
Yep, exactly right. And the final moment, which was probably the worst moment of the year, the COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah, that was a bit of a dampener. Look, I can't say it wasn't a surprise. I think we were all waiting for it at the time, but certainly didn't make it any less disappointing or frustrating.
Well, I still remember the day before getting told our game on Sunday was off, and then the Saturday, the day after, lockdown was announced 6 p.m. that night. We had two games going ahead at 2:30 and 3 o'clock. And the last game to finish was the Albion Park and Port game that finished 2-2. And
that was it?
The other game that day was Conno's 2-0 win over Woonona. Dominant 2-0 win over Woonona in the end. So, that was all.
South Coast, they did try to think up plans of return, and
yeah, it was never happening.
Once the New South Wales NPL went, I think our hopes of the IPL coming back went as well. So
yeah, unfortunately that was never happening. Not unless you could start a season in December.
Cricket season, Ashes.
Yeah, Ashes. But yeah, I think there's a few trial games starting soon. I know we've got our first trial game this weekend.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Saturday, 30 degrees in Bankstown. That'll be fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Plenty of water. We'll be right.
Good call, mate.
Well, Bardo, that's it. 2021 has just been drawn to a close.
Thank you. Thank you to all listeners. I know it's Jared's show, but thank you. I'm going to say thank you to all our listeners and followers. It's been a lot of fun.
Our show.
Too kind.
It's quite sad now. We're not going to be broadcasting anything for at least another month now. But yeah, well, I was speaking to Josh earlier, we've got some big plans for shows next year, coverage, everything. So yeah, hopefully if anyone has a room they could lend us, just get in contact, please. That'd be great.
And if anyone has like a segment idea that they think we could do, or a topic point, or anything like that, just hit us up. Yeah, send it.
Shoot it through. This whole show has been made with the fans and the players in mind. What everyone wants, we'll try and accommodate them. We're a mixture of seriousness and a bit of fun at the same time, as you can probably tell. Like this Santa, it's getting really itchy, so I might have to take this off in a minute. But yeah, that's what we're about. So if you got any suggestions, flick them through. We're all open ears here. So but yeah, if anyone's got a room that could lend us, that'd be great. Just get in contact. If you'd like to support us as well, that'd be great. Like I want to put more time into this, but we got to work. We got to earn money somehow. So
the more help you give us, the better the show can be.
Exactly right. If we got plans for growth next year as well, so expect more content next year if we can sort things out. So if you want to partner up, just flick us a message, or I'm sure our email's on our website somewhere. Just flick us, check out the website or something like that. But farewell.
Merry Christmas all, Happy New Year, and thank you for everything this year, mate.
Thank you for all your support. It's been greatly appreciated. Thanks to all the players who came on as well. There's an honour roll. All the players who supported us as well. There's going to be a lot more next year as well, where I'm hoping all the guests, all the people behind the scenes, all the people who supported us, the Frat and Osbrokers City State at Crown Street, they helped us out hugely this year. Thanks to them. And yeah, good day. See you guys in the brand new year.